All right, it's Fright Night with Ferocious V, and I'm just gonna say this. G maybe. I kind of think we're on the same wavelength, so we're gonna find out in a minute because we got a bet going on, right? So we are talking about Lamb tonight. We're gonna do intros, and then after that, we're gonna get into this movie because as you can tell, I'm probably already mad at Presto, right? All right. So what have we been doing since last week? Cypher and Fuzzy, you're on mute.
I've been preparing for an interview and doing an interview and then recovering from eating shit pretty hard. One of the mornings I was getting ready for work because my dumbass dog decided to saunter in front of me while I was putting my shoes on. And I had to kind of leap over the dog to land on the couch so I wouldn't eat shit right onto the panel flooring. And so now my back is a little torqued, but besides that, just some video games. Been playing Achilles Survivor. Mr. Boomstick had mentioned it on his Breakfast at Boom show or Breakfast with Boom show, I think like last week. And so I jumped into that and it's really cool. It's very, very much like that Vampire Survivor-esque type of game. Fuzzy, I don't know if you ended up ever playing this one, but it's pretty cool. It's got some cool quality of life additions and like some cool little RPG elements and stuff. So I've been playing around with that and played some Mouse PI. Need to get back to Replaced because I feel like I haven't gotten to play any of that this week. But yeah, that's been about it. What about you guys?
When you're our age, just sneezing, you could throw your back out. So,
dude,
I mean,
you're not even kidding. I had I think it was a year ago. I woke up in the morning. I just did like the usual over the head stretch. And as I was stretching, I felt a pop in mid back. And I was like, son of a bitch. And for like the rest of the week, I was hobbling like I was 11. It was horrible.
We all been there. I've been there more than once. And boy, is it bad. It's embarrassing until you've been there and you experience, then you totally understand.
And it's still embarrassing.
Yeah, but there's other people that have been in those same shoes. It's
absolutely.
I could lug it air condition up 3 stories, put it in a window, no problem, and then I sneeze and it's like I'm paralyzed for a week.
Yeah, you take a shit and you get a Charlie horse in your legs so bad that you can't walk for a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying like that could happen.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyways, what you been up to?
WrestleMania was last weekend. That was about it. Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was a better night, if you ask me. But yeah, it was all right. It was fun. Something to do. Brock Lesnar retired, if anyone knows who that is. So that was unscripted the moment when he retired. So that was kind of interesting. He's been like in wrestling forever, it seems. MMA, football, all kinds of shit. I don't even know if I really watched any movies. It was a busy week, so I didn't really get to do much other things besides watch this movie that I'm excited to talk about.
Anyway, Fuzzy.
Well, I haven't really got to play any video games like I would want. Like I do my daily stuff to get the points and stuff. So, drive around a little bit in Forza, play some solitaire kind of thing. But outside of that, I've been eyeing getting Mouse PI. I don't know if I'm going to wind up buying it through Steam or Xbox. I think it's a Play Anywhere, so it'll more than likely be bought on Xbox here soon. But just been kind of more so watching Xbox news on the sideline. I haven't gotten a chance to watch any shows or movies other than this movie and stuff, which definitely got a lot of stuff to say about. But other than that, just kind of relaxing and then stressing, doing editing, and then relaxing for a bit. So just kind of trying to, I wouldn't say keep calm, but prepare mentally for the road trip in June and then get this editing stuff wrapped up and lessons learned on time code devices for future to make things way simpler, which I probably should have known better, but you live and learn. But Fee, what have you been up to this past week?
Falling asleep on this movie. Anyway,
Oh, jeez.
so I dragged Fuzzy on a field trip for the children's, and it was really good. We got to go to Indian Echoes Caverns, and if you've never been there and you want to take your kids, just remember there are a lot of steps going down the cavern and a lot of steps going up the cavern, up to get back up to from the cavern.
How many times did you fall?
Huh?
How many times did you fall?
I didn't fall. But I took a lot of rest breaks. And then there's steps inside the cavern. So just be mindful of that. But it's a nice experience and stuff like that. And then we went over to the Manor Buffet in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is really good and very expansive with their menu and everything. But I feel my knees are pretty bad today. I was very tired, of course. So yeah, it's definitely eye-opening doing it this year compared to 2 years ago. And yes, I'm my knees are definitely getting worse. I do know that. So but yeah, we are gonna get into this movie because yes, we were supposed to do Ghost of Mars, but Presto on the other hand pleaded for this movie.
Pleaded. Okay.
In his own way, he pleaded for this movie. And I was the one who fell asleep. Yeah. So,
Well, that's not saying much. You just were talking about doing steps, so you probably just tired.
I watched this movie the day before we went on the trip. So
I think falling asleep was out of spite because
I don't
didn't want to watch it. But
no, not at all.
I was like, oh no, I fell asleep.
You shit on this movie before you even knew what it was.
That is true.
Did not.
That is true. Yeah, chat for the stuff you didn't see happen.
I didn't want to disappoint the fans because they have been requesting movies. So it's like I thought Ghost of Mars would be a pretty fun movie and everything. And everybody was on board until Presto had a different idea. And he said this was weird. And I can get along with weird. I can. I've seen tons of movies that are weird. But I think the difference between my weird and Presto's weird is definitely not on the same wavelength because this was not weird at all. This was not.
Yeah, nothing weird about
I've seen weirder than this.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't say it's the weirdest movie ever.
Yeah, just because you've seen weirder doesn't mean it's not weird.
This is not weird at all.
That is a goalpost move if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Is this like a Sinners episode that I missed that you guys are gonna punk me? Like, is this what this is coming to?
I think so. It might be. I'll say this is weird, and this is somebody that did have a lamb chop puppet when they were a kid. So,
ooh, let's edit that out.
This is definitely like I said, unique or different. Was not. I mean, I kind of figured what the. All right, so before we even do first impressions, there's a point where it's like, why are they being weird after a baby sheep is or a lamb is being born or whatever? And I was like, the only thing I could think of that would be weird is that it's part so and so, and sure enough, that's what it winds up being. But it was just one of those things where it's like, if that's the case, and you could tell when they have the baby sheep like take a nap on the couch and stuff, it's like that doesn't look like the way a sheep would normally lay with their hind legs and stuff. But there's certain questions I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about that should have arose from the birth of this thing all the way through, where this couple should have been searching into their soul of how to explain what they just witnessed, kind of thing. But let's, I guess, get the first impressions first, because I think this was
Mhm.
one of the few things where I watched the trailer and they don't really give away the full trailer or give away the whole thing in the trailer, which is good. But it's
And
Yeah.
and neither does the description. The description does not match up with the movie. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
What does the description say? Like action packed, edge of your seat.
No, it did not say anything like that. It just talked about sinister forces, and I got no sinister forces whatsoever throughout the feeling of that whatsoever with this movie. It was very very not on par with this description.
Hmm?
I feel bamboozled.
A childless couple discovers a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally
No,
pulled
no,
one over
no,
on us.
Read the other part.
Now, well, that's the main part on IMDb.
Okay, well
If you go
not
to
what's on
the
Tubi. No, that's not what's on
oh,
Tubi.
you're
There's
going you're
I'm going from
that's
Tubi.
Tubi though. That's
Yeah, well, Tubi was wrong in their description.
Is
I
Tubi
want
ever
a
right on a
complaint
description?
department. Where's their manager?
Where's the manager? All
Where's
right,
Tubi
the
Karen.
manager?
Tubi said Dead and Breakfast was a good movie.
It was. It is a good movie.
No, it's not. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie.
We're gonna have to get Maury Povich on the show here in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
not
know
up to
if he-
much.
No one
I don't
wants
know
to
if
claim
these
to
two
be
are
the father of
agreeing
that
with
bastard
me.
child of a movie.
I know, but I don't know if they're agreeing with me in the sense of Tubi's descriptions are not on par with what they are, or if they're disagreeing with me in reference to the movies. I'm not sure. I'm up in the air for that.
Combination.
Yeah,
A little bit of column A and B.
a little column of A and B.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So please give us your first impression of this movie, then, Fee.
I think I already did. It made me fall asleep.
Oh
I
my
watched
God.
the first 20 minutes and I watched the last like 30 or 35, and I did not need the rest of the movie that I fell asleep with.
That
How do
doesn't
you
sound
know,
like a
though?
very original take.
No, trust me, I didn't need the whole 35 minutes at the end either.
Oh my God.
How do you
I
know,
mean,
like, during the middle, there wasn't some huge action scene where, like,
No, there was not. There was not. Because if there was a huge action scene, then Fuzzy would have woke me up.
he just was enjoying
I
you not
tried.
talking?
I tried.
Did you really
We-
try?
Well, we got questions for Presto about a certain four-legged creature in the movie that
Mm-hmm.
didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Yeah. Yes, we do. So is that all you're gonna say? Is you fell asleep and you didn't need to see the rest of it?
It was boring.
So
I felt nothing for the characters. And here's the thing. I like the what is it? Rapace. I like her. I really do. I like everything that she's done so far. But this one right here, no. I mean, I got the gist of it. She could have thought, even in the beginning, she could have thought that her husband actually did something with the sheep. And that's why we got this half sheep, half human baby or whatever. I got that feeling from her, but at the same time, I just didn't care. Like, and I don't know if she was phoning this one in, or
you
was
are so insensitive.
the other person wasn't playing well with her. I don't know, but she wasn't giving her normal. I mean, this is the woman that did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series, which was awesome. And she's done things since that have been awesome. But she gets this material and it's like, what? So yeah. Sorry. Okay, that's my first impression. What about you guys?
I remember seeing the trailer for this back when it first came out, I think, and thinking, this looks really strange. Really weird, if you will. Fairly original take, not something I had really seen before. And I was like, okay, I'll get to it. And I think because it was what 2021 that this thing hit, and so it was during like, you know, pandemic chaos when everyone's schedules were thrown into upheaval and time was just like an unknown thing, and just everything felt like either there was a giant pause or like we had lost years, like it was a Marvel Avengers movie and Thanos had snapped his fingers and we were gone for like 4 or 5 years, and then we came back and there was a whole bunch of movies and stuff for us to catch up on, and somehow it had gone past my radar. Like I saw the trailer when it first showed, didn't see it come out to digital, and then I snagged it for like a sweet, I think it was like a $5 deal, I think a year ago on Vudu. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch that, and just never got to it. And then Presto mentioned it. I was like, shit, yeah, this will be another one out of my backlog that I can watch. And I did not remember anything about the trailer, but I was like, probably good for me to go in this with as little information as possible. And I feel like that was definitely the best way for me to go into this movie. A24 has a very specific niche with their films, and this one definitely definitely is that as well. There were some tones that I was getting as soon as this thing started off, where I was a little bit nervous about where it was gonna go, and the explanation for how things were going to go. But it seemed like an interesting take and kind of a creepy take. I wasn't sure what was going to happen in this thing, if it was going to suddenly throw like massive curveball at me 5 or 10 minutes in or towards the end, or what it was going to be like. But I like Numi as well. She was really good in Prometheus. And so when I saw she was in this, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this thing. I'll give it a shot. And I wasn't disappointed that I did. I didn't fall asleep in it because I like good movies.
So somebody's already quoting lack of originality fee, probably.
Wow.
Oh no, you think
they're not wrong.
Wait a minute. And then we got one. Lamb is better than Scream 4 through 7.
Yeah. They got a little ahead of themselves there. I apologized already for them. They got a little carried away. I think they were just trying to prove a point that Fee just, if anyone else suggests it besides her, she just doesn't like it.
That is not true. That is so not true.
I mean, statistically, it shows it's like 90% true.
That is not true.
I mean, so like Silence said, A24 definitely has a certain vibe feel to their movies. Most of their movies are not normal movies. Like, you're going to get something that's out there, you didn't see coming. Every once in a while, you get like a really boring one, like The Lighthouse. But like, they did Beau is Afraid, I think. That was a fucked up movie with the Joker dude, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, but they also did The Woman in the Yard, and you say you didn't like that one.
Right. It's not a Matt movie. Like, it just, I usually need something a little bit more action-packed, so that just didn't wet my whistle. Not saying it was a bad movie, just wasn't for me. You need to learn how to say that. It's not a bad movie, it's just not for me.
No.
But like, okay. But then like A24, didn't they also do like Hereditary and Midsummer? Like,
yeah. Now I was okay with Midsummer.
Midsummer, when I watched that, when I watched Midsummer, that movie made me feel the weirdest ever that I watched a movie. Like, I took that DVD out of my house. I was like, I don't want this in my house right now. So I took it.
I didn't get that same feeling.
Well, yeah, you probably like wanted to go over there and join the cult or something. Like, you That's what you would be doing. You make him Fuzzy drink that juice and hanging out with those women in the tent and the bear. Like you'd be making him do all that crap.
That juice.
Heredity. I it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was
Hereditary?
the best thing in the world, but it was okay. It was weird. It was weird. It had some good stuff in it. Would I say I want to watch it again? No. I think the one movie that I still keep on going back to that I wouldn't want to watch again, but I absolutely love is Sinister. That was a really, really good horror movie. Another movie that I think is really, really awesome that I never want to see again is Requiem for a Dream, but a lot of people say that. That was a really hard watch.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody's seen it, but it really is a really hard watch, but at the same time, it's a really good watch. And that's what I got the impression that Presto was leading on to with this movie. And nope, nowhere near it. I was
To be fair, I didn't say it was going to make you feel any type of way. I just said that this movie. I think in 2021 I was really watching A24 films.
Mhm.
And I think the first one I ever watched was Spring Breakers with James Franco, which if you watch it and watch other A24, it doesn't really fit their vibe. But I watched that one first, and then I watched the other one. So like I kind of get excited for A24 movies because it's like, what's gonna happen? So this was one of them. And when I first watched it, yes, I had some questions that were answered later in the movie, but it's so much deeper when you think about loss and like stuff like that in the movie, that if you're just going into like they can't have a child, they lost their child, and they have like a little graveyard out in the field, and then this Ada blessing comes along, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, at one point the brother was just like, what is this or something, and what did he say? Like, I forget what they said then when he asked what it was.
So
Oh, he
I'm
said it was happiness. He's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
He's like, happiness. And I was like, wow, they don't see.
Yeah, you can stay here, but don't upset our happiness. Like we're trying to have a fresh start, basically.
okay. So I'm gonna cut y'all off because I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell
Oh, here
Chad.
we go.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
these were the quotes from Presto. Talking about this movie. Oh, it's a trip, man. Did
Yeah, it
not
was.
see the ending coming.
I did not.
I mean,
Not a
like-
lot of speaking in it.
True.
Fuzzy
Not in
doesn't-
English,
Fuzzy doesn't do subtitles. I told him.
but he didn't fall asleep, so he
Yeah.
does.
So, wait a minute.
Myth
Let's go on.
debunked.
Let's go on. Listen, it's not a Matt movie, but this movie is special.
It's
is
not a
special. I'd
movie. It's
agree.
not a movie I normally watch, but it was special. Tell me
Yeah.
where I
He
went
said-
wrong so far.
And he said, I have not let down with my picks yet.
Wait,
Notice
what
he
did I
said
say?
yet.
No, I disagree with that one because Troll. Granted, Troll 2, I've kind of come around over time, but
That's a
I guess the
classic.
difference. I guess the difference is like when I think back about Troll 2, I don't want to like carve my eardrums out like I wanted to when I watched Dead and Breakfast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I look back at Troll and I enjoy the humor of just how horrible it was. And when I think about Dead and Breakfast, I think like, you know how when we were kids, we all got given that special project in school where they're like, hey, we want you to make a time capsule and bury this shit deep in the ground so no one will find it for like 20 years. Well, I wish they would have done that with that fucking movie. And no one ever found it because it didn't need to be discovered. It should have been buried and just gotten rid of.
I just think Fee went into this movie expecting something, and because it wasn't that, she didn't like it. Or because we didn't watch Ghost of Mars. It automatically was shit.
I think it was because we didn't watch
No.
Ghost of Mars.
Yeah.
I think there's
No.
spite. This is a
There
spite.
is.
This is spite revenge.
No,
Yeah.
this is not spite revenge.
And you're a woman, so that's what you're doing to us.
Oh
No,
no!
this is not spite revenge at all.
Yes,
What-
G may be
I
in the
don't fall asleep on movies.
G
And
may be
this
in the
one made
chat
me
said it
fall
perfectly.
asleep.
It was the time capsule. Exactly. Yep, you got a copy of the Creed albums, and you've got a copy of Dead and Breakfast, and you have a copy of Two Worlds, that game that came out for Xbox 360 and PS3. Those were all in the time capsule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nah.
So then, Fuzzy, what was your first impressions?
I was wondering where, like, if the sheep that was born was going to be some sort of psychotic killer, like just based off of the trailer, which I normally don't. I try not to watch the trailers first, but this one seemed like it was a bit different than other movies. So I was like, well, let me at least see what I'm getting myself into. And I was trying to think, okay, is the newborn sheep going to be some sort of demonic killer, or is his mom going to be the demonic killer, or something? I just figured somebody's getting sacrificed, and I figured it was probably going to be the humans as opposed to the humans sacrificing the sheep kind of thing. So I had that kind of curiosity going into it, but within the first few minutes, I realized I'm like, there's no way that they're posing that sheep herder joke in the middle of this movie. Like I as funny as it seems, I can't imagine A24 doing that. Like if it was, a group that you would expect to do normal comedy stuff, I could see them doing, the sheep herder, he's the the baby,
like a scary movie.
But I just, you could tell there was something different about that sheep, and they purposely didn't show for a while, although you could kind of tell once the baby was put on like the sofa, which I got some words for the dad, kind of leaving the door wide open. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was about the only time I fussed with the movie. But like first impressions, just, I could definitely say it was a different movie, different kind of pacing, and it kind of kept you guessing on what's going to happen, like all the way up to the brother-in-law getting dropped off and booted from whatever group he was hanging with. But yeah, I knew something was going to be different about this movie, and it was. I'll say this: it was worth the watch and leading up to that, despite somebody falling asleep.
That was probably one of the best movies to watch when she fell asleep.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that.
Do you yell at the TV a lot when like you're watching it?
No, this one I only
No, I mean
like.
Fee. I know
Oh.
you do sometimes.
What
Like
now?
does she just look at you and be like, Fuzz, totally not original?
No, she'll usually try to get me to be quiet on it. If it's a movie she's already watched and I got questions, she just tries to get me to stop asking the questions, kind of thing, and just like sit there and enjoy the movie, kind of thing. But she usually doesn't fuss with the TV. Now, if it's something non-horror related that I'm making her watch, like an action movie about aliens or sci-fi something, she'll be like, "Oh, that's so stupid," or "That's not original," or "That's why
I
did
would
they
say
do
that's
that?"
not original.
What was the one? There was one somewhat recently. Oh, and you still refuse to watch the one with I forget the something. His name is something Pena, where it's an alien attack on the planet, kind of thing.
Oh, Extinction or something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten
You-
around
you-
to watch it.
You refuse to watch it. Every time I'm like, "Hey, we should watch it."
refusing to watch anything.
And you give me, you don't say it's not original. You just give me this kind of.
Air that dirty laundry.
Look, I refuse to watch anything with Diddy in it. I refuse to watch like
my
certain things that are like music related sometimes.
hmm
But I don't think you brought up Extinction or the Michael Pena movie in like forever. And I
Well,
like
yeah, because after about the
Pena.
fifth or
like
sixth
him. I think
time, I
he's
was like,
funny.
"Hey, let's watch it," and you're like, "No, I don't want to watch
Because
it."
I'm
I'm
not
like,
in the mood to watch it.
apparently never. Apparently never in the mood. Like 5 or 6 times asking, and oops,
Fuzzy
shut down
started
every
this
time. It's
one.
like, oh, come on now.
Fuzzy
Like,
started this argument. Wasn't me.
I
We're
enjoy
talking.
it.
Are we
This one's
talking about watching a movie being in the mood or something else being in the mood?
Watching a movie.
just a movie.
Oh,
mood,
okay.
Not
Just a
watching a
movie.
movie.
Well, you said 5 or 6 times and she still wasn't in the mood. So I was like, okay.
good. Microphone cut out at a really inopportune time. Sorry. I like Sotness post in the chat. Sotness
What?
is like, Fee counted one sheep
Yeah.
and went right to sleep.
Oh. No, but I usually don't see her yelling at the screen unless it's something I made her watch, and she doesn't like the movies I pick because like something like Transformers, oh, it's cool action movie. I'm just watching it for the nostalgia and explosions. She don't want to watch it. She didn't have any liking of Transformers growing up, and I understand. But even if it was like something like Thundercats, she would probably complain as well. And I think she even liked the Thundercats. So
I like the Thundercat.
yeah.
So
But I
why do you
don't know if I
complain?
But I don't know if I want a live action Thundercat.
What about
is
He-Man?
like?
Do you like He-Man?
I mean, I watched He-Man, and I watched She-Ra. I watched the He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren or whatever.
The new one looks pretty good, and I'm not even a He-Man fan.
Well,
Yeah.
they're coming out with Mortal Kombat.
That looks
New-
good too. And Street Fighter. They all look good.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
very original because there's already video games after them,
No.
but I mean,
I
I guess
gonna
we'll
have
start
to-
somewhere.
gonna
So
have to
guess
disagree with you
what
on
they're
that one,
redoing.
dude.
Which
Street
one?
Fighter does not look good.
So
Oh
guess
man.
what they're redoing, guys?
What?
Guess what they're remaking? Texas
Don't
Chainsaw
tell-
Massacre.
Again.
A24 is doing
I
it
saw
though.
that, yeah.
Yes, and guess who's directing?
Someone really good, if I remembered correctly.
Corey Barker, the one that did Milk and Cereal.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's milk and cereal?
You never watched Milk and Cereal with us?
No.
Did I?
It must
Yes,
have happened while I was
believe
out.
you did too.
I
I mean,
watched it.
Yeah, let me
Wow.
pull it up.
That good.
It's a small budget film about pranksters getting pranked kind of thing. And I think it's an excellent like independent small film. I mean, it's like it's
Mhm.
less than an hour, if I'm not mistaken. It's like
Yeah,
55
it's an hour
minutes
and
or
1
something.
minute or something
Or
like
an
that.
hour and 1 minute.
Prodded.
I never
Um,
watched this movie.
Let me see who
It's
watched it.
it's a good one for like an independent film. It punches way above its weight as far as it looks like not really found footage, but it looks like something that they purposely made look like it was found footage,
Yeah.
and pretty good prank. Well, I wouldn't even say pranks, but like a twist to it kind of thing.
Yeah, let
Interesting.
me see who was on that one. I gotta go down really far.
Listen, no matter what, we're still gonna have to talk about Lamb. So
I thought we were. I thought we were
Is this our
done.
delay tactic?
Yeah.
thought we were
Late
done.
tactic for sure.
Okay, so who was on that one? That was actually that was Louis and Kaneda. So
Okay.
it wasn't you guys.
That
You
explains
guys
why I
have to
didn't
watch it though. It really is good. It's one of the it is a really good short film that has an amateur director. So and now he can call himself mainstream now.
who?
A24 because he's going to be directing an A24 film. Corey Parker or Barker. Is it Barker? Yeah, I think it's Barker. So yeah. Now everybody should watch Milk and Cereal.
Slow your horses.
I'll put
No,
it in here.
it's a good one. It's worth the watch. Trust me.
Now that's something I could get behind. Buzz is recommendation.
No, but coming back to Lamb,
There you go.
this oh, there's
We don't have to. We can talk about other things.
no, but we're going to talk more about Lamb again. Like, I guess we can now break that fourth wall with the, what's wrong with the baby that came out of the sheep kind of thing, and it's like they don't show it other than it being wrapped or swaddled in a blanket for like the longest time. And once you finally get an inkling that it's like a half and half, I get that they were having difficulty having a child, or maybe they had a child that didn't live very long, because I think she eventually goes to like a grave site or something.
Yeah,
There
and the
was like a
one
baby like
Ada.
headstone. Yeah. So I can understand, hey, oh, we have a newborn here. And it's like, but I'm really surprised. There's no question like, you, hey, you got some splaining to do. How come we have a half sheep, half human child coming out of the sheep here, kind of thing? I that's why I was joking earlier. It's like, yeah, I can't imagine A24 doing that kind of toilet humor type of stuff. But it's like, wait, how is she not like upset? I mean, I get it. Oh, it's a baby she can take care of, but still, it's like not look at husband side eyed. It just that was the thing. I mean, sure, nature, genetics, it can't possibly happen type of thing, but still, it would be like like a scratch your head moment kind of thing. But and anybody else kind of wait for that punchline, or wait for that explanation? I mean, other than the one we get at the very end, but
Dude,
anybody else think that for a bit?
I was convinced that they were going to go down a path of him being a sheep fucker, and I was like, oh no, this is going to be a bad thing. Things are like, I don't know if I want to know what's going to happen with this. And fortunately, I mean, obviously that's not spoilers for anyone out there. That's not what we came across. Thank goodness. But I was convinced there for a minute. I was like, oh, this is going to be some weird thing where you find out that because of the grief and because of the multiple losses that they've had, she convinced him or something to have sex with a sheep, and they proceeded to have a half sheep, half human. Like the science just works that way, and you can just crossbreed like that. That it just works. And I was like, oh god, this is gonna be this is gonna be a bad thing. I was very relieved that was not what they went with.
Yeah.
So I will say, because I watched it for a second time. Watching it for the first time, I kind of had the same impressions of you guys, but watching it for a second time, I know little things because I know the outcome. Like in the beginning, all the lambs like are in the barn or whatever, and they're all kind of hurdled together and look kind of scared, and you hear heavy breathing, and you're like, oh shit, like what's going, like it totally overlooked that the first time. I was like, oh, what's going on? And then there were a couple other things that happened where it was like, now looking back, it's like, oh, that totally makes sense that happened, or that, okay, that's what happened, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, the first time I did watch it though, yes, you see the lamb, and at first I was just kind of, I guess, one of those suckers where I was just like, oh, it's a baby lamb, like they're caring for it, raising it, like it's not that far fetched. Like I work with a guy who has goats, and he has a baby goat that the mom didn't want to take care of it, so he brings it in and he gives it milk and stuff. And so I'm like, I get it. What's going to be the twist though? And yeah, about halfway or whatever, you see the twist, and it's half lamb, half human. Like it's got the lamb head, it's got like human legs and lower half, and then it's got like one human arm and one goat or one lamb hoof or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was like silent, where I was like, "Yeah, this guy fucked the lamb. Like, if that's what it takes to make him happy, this family, I guess it's cool. Like, whatever." But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's what do
I disagree.
Oh, geez. Here
Of
we
course
go.
you do.
Wait, did we lose Presto?
Yeah, he got agitated. He's like, "Oh, here we go again."
Interrupted me and everything.
She
No,
won't
but
let me get my bars off about this movie, and so I'm just gonna go to permanent vow of silence.
no, but I definitely, when you first see the kid like walking around and stuff, it's definitely kind of a weird take back kind of thing. Just like, oh, it's a lamb standing up on its hind legs, its hind human legs, I guess. Yeah. And then you see like the one hoof hand and then the one regular hand. I'm like, oh boy, that's definitely different. But I was wondering at some point if this thing was going to wind up being like Chucky, hold the knife in the human hand and run around stabbing either the other sheep or stabbing other people. And especially after the brother-in-law gets dropped off at the farm, I'm like, there's a point where it looks like he's going to kind of do away with this oddball creature kind of thing. And then I figured, oh well, two of them leave, only one returns, but they both return. But I was wondering if somehow this little lamb was going to get the better of him, get the rifle out of his hand, and then have to explain to his newfound parents that, oh, he tried to kill me, I was just defending myself, but in sheep language, which will probably be like bah or whatever type of thing. But yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering, if it was going to go that route next. But yeah, it's definitely different, definitely. And I guess I could see some of the stuff like what Presto was talking about, where once the brother-in-law does wake up and he sees kind of like a shadow figure that it looked like it had horns on its head. That now makes more sense, more so than him just kind of like possibly dreaming or, hallucinating or something, I guess. But
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. We figured you rage quit when Fee interrupted you.
No, I was outside with the pup. She had to go to the bathroom and she got crazy zoomies and then ripped the phone and the headset out of my ear and then was chewing on the cord and then was on the leash and ran away. So then I was like, hey, what a treat. And she came in the house. So yeah, that was fun. And now one of the earphones don't work. So
that's perfect.
She must have bit it or something. But yeah, I noticed though, also talking about this, is the mama lamb kept wanting its baby back. Like,
Yeah.
the mama lamb kept coming outside, like wanting the baby, and then I guess for now we call it the baby daddy of the lamb.
Mhm.
He just kept kind of always lurking around, like as you see. He just is always kind of there, and you hear him breathing and like kind of watching them raise this lamb. I don't know exactly how old the lamb person was, because I know like lambs are obviously bigger than babies when they're born. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much time passed since like the lamb was born and till the end, I guess.
Mhm.
The woman did learn the main actress, she did learn how to give birth to a live lamb. So in the movie, that is her giving birth to a live lamb when that scene happens. Just a nice little fact.
Mm.
No special effects there. But yeah, I mean, it's a movie about loss. And a family that so desperately wants something that they're willing to accept something that's not normal, and or at least what we consider normal. And I mean, they live in, I don't know where that was. It looked like Ireland or something. I don't know. But they live in the mountains of like
Sweden.
Sweden. They
Yeah.
live all by themselves. Like there's no neighbors. Like they have one vehicle. They'll take to town to get supplies. But like for the most part, they're there by themselves. It's just those two. And that,
Yep, he's out again.
so yeah, I mean, who's there to judge them what's right or wrong? Like it's only those two, basically. I mean, the brother shows up then and you find stuff out about him, but like I don't know, the brother kind of accepted it too at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at first he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And like his face when like it came in when Ada came in the room, it's like, "Oh, we having a guest?" It's like, "No, that's Ada." And then Ada comes in and sits at the table, and you're just like, "Oh." Like he had the same reaction I feel all of us would have, like if we were at our brother's or family's house, and it's like, "We have a little one now." It's like, "Oh," and then it's like, "Oh," like. You know, we would all question it too and be like, and my mom, I'd ask my brother, like, did you fuck that?
Yeah. No, the brother, I guess himself had his own issues as well, type of deal. I'm assuming because yes, I'm not the biggest fan of subtitles or whatnot, but I'm assuming based on some of the conversations, I guess him and Naomi's character had something possibly in the past kind of deal. But outside of that, he's looking at his brother like, dude, what is this? What's going on? And then he takes like a little trip. It's like, oh, we're going to go hunting, and they weren't really. I don't think he was looking to hunt anything other than remove this this oddity, I guess, in his eyes, from the planet, kind of thing. And then he figured, it's my brother's kid for now. I'll just suck it up and drive on. And it's like, I can't harm this thing. Let me just go back to the house, kind of deal. But yeah, it definitely weird. But Fee, any spots that you remember in this time period, or are you still fast asleep at this point when the brother comes in?
No, I remember the brother.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the brother. I think that's when I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Was when the brother showed up.
Pulling a Megan this episode.
No, I was there. I clearly said
the movie, not watching
this movie made me fall asleep.
Oh,
This so you was not a horror movie, by the way,
you
guys.
absorbed it. You absorbed it by. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. This was not a horror movie. This was not a psychological whatever.
Yeah, it was.
I was bamboozled.
But nobody said it was you read all of my messages, and not once did I say it was a horror movie. It was action packed, like nothing like that. Everything.
I'm just saying.
It's got some psychological horror in it. I mean,
it does.
It was labeled. It was labeled in IMDb as a psychological horror, psychological drama, a horror, a dark horror, dark something, fantasy. Dark drama or something, dark fantasy. That's what it was.
Which I agree with.
Yeah. Which I do not agree with.
It's dark in the sense of.
It is not dark at all. It's not dark.
Oh my goodness.
It's not dark. No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, G maybe said it perfectly. Said she was just too busy counting sheep.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you're so close-minded with stuff you don't suggest.
I am not closed-minded. I am not closed-minded. I'm not closed-minded. I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to watch Dark Skies again, but I was willing to do it.
Thank you so much.
I know. You should be thankful.
Oh my god.
Was that Silent? Wasn't that your pick?
Yeah, that was my pick.
Oh
I
wow!
didn't get enough. I need to go refill my drink. I think. My God, my God.
I don't drink, but I'm gonna.
Here you go. Here you go.
She's
Here you
leading
go.
you to it.
Here you go. Fee was like, "How is this hard? This is totally normal." I kind of
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing weird about this at all.
nothing weird about this.
This is just a normal day in my life.
So sheep children are normal. Like you have a sheep
Yeah.
child in one of your classes now?
No.
Oh.
I will not say what type of children I get. I will just say that I teach special education. That's it.
Okay. So what if a sheep child appeared in one of your classes? Would you'd be cool with that, right? Because that's
She'd
I'm
shun
fine
it.
with it. As long as that sheep child, as long as that lamb child, whatever you want to call it, is not disrespectful and is wants to learn and is quiet and is doing what they're supposed to be doing, I have no problem. I have no problem.
Can we?
Until they bite the laptop wires or something,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
Can we talk about how
hey, look,
angry?
What?
I was gonna say how angry the husband got when the brother was feeding the lamb grass. Like he got so like the lamb was eating it, but he got so offended. Like, holy shit! So what the fuck are you doing?
Dirty. It was dirty grass. He didn't clean it first. You don't give dirty stuff to a child.
But you would give that
Kids
same
eat
grass to a
dirt.
lamb.
Kids eat dirt. They put anything in their mouth. Like they don't care.
Plus, he was feeding the lamb what the lamb would normally eat if it was 100% lamb. So,
Yeah.
although I can see from the father's standpoint, is like, you know, while he got so pissed off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with grass-fed lamb. I buy some of it pretty much like once a month at Kroger. It's delicious. I would have honestly, if I were the guy, I would have been like, that's actually a really good idea. Could you feed the kids some more of that? We got a barbecue spit that we gotta heat up this next week, and this kid is looking prime for food.
Some baby back ribs and some
baby. Yep. Emphasis on baby back ribs.
Yeah, I don't eat anything that's baby related.
Oh my!
No,
not even baby.
There, just stop.
Baby carrots.
Yep, these baby carrots.
Baby carrots. They're not really baby carrots, by the way. They're just miniature carrots. Let's call them what they really are.
Do you eat
baby
cereal? Do you eat cereal, Fee?
Yeah, but that's not baby anything.
Some of that baby grain.
That is not baby grain.
Yeah, it's early harvest grain.
No, it isn't. It's not baby grain. It's green.
Yeah, baby
what about
grain
eggs
and adult
it's
grain.
It is not.
Yeah,
baby.
do you eat eggs?
Those are not babies.
Oh, really?
No, they're not. They're unfertilized, so they're not babies. I know that
They're unfortunate.
one.
They're unfortunate eggs.
They're unfortunate chickens. Yes.
Yeah,
unfortunate. They were not going to become chickens at all.
Yeah, I made lots of unfortunate eggs in my teenage years.
Oh, listen to this one. Look at this one. Fuzzy had a joke.
I like Miracle's message up above. You probably taught me. All we did in those classes was go on field trips.
I do more than that. I make them build stuff.
Original field trips, too.
I make them build stuff out of straws, pipe cleaners, and bottles.
Do you make them build like original architecture and stuff?
Yes, I do. It is original. I'll take some pictures for you and send them. It is original.
Okay. Oh, satanist. Jesus. Anyways, back to this movie.
Ooh, boy. Well, we're canceled.
Where were we? Let's deviate away from that one.
Yeah. So
yeah. So
well, one of the things that that I wound up having, I guess, that my yell at the screen moment I mentioned earlier was like, this is probably a couple of weeks in that they're, taking care of this baby. Dad, we'll call him dad for now. Not the actual father or the real dad, but you know stepdad, I guess. He decides to put the child on the couch wrapped in a blanket. Now, much like Presto said, they're out in the middle of nowhere. Their neighbors are probably 10 miles or more away, type of deal. And he decides, oh, I'm going to go work on the tractor with the door wide open. That I had an issue with. And yes, it's a baby. It shouldn't be able to get up and walk away or whatever, but this isn't like a normal baby. So kudos to, I guess thinking that, oh, it'll be like a normal baby. It'll just be able to crawl and it won't be able to crawl far. But, this being a kind of a mixture, that was about the only time I really yelled at the screen, like, dude, like, nope, nope. Something bad's about to happen. Either the kid runs, well, I was thinking the kid runs out and mom comes back in the Range Rover and runs the kid over, or he works on the tractor, not realizing the kid's in front of the tractor and then, runs the kid over that way or something stupid. But luckily the kid just, I guess, wandered off to like a pond or somewhere with the mom, I think. And yeah, that was weird. But then again, leaving the door open and thinking about what comes later, I guess the kid getting that far away from the house kind of makes sense now, kind of deal. But yeah, that was my only yelling moment at the screen. Was there any moments when you guys wanted to yell at the screen or like, oh, don't do that kind of thing?
I'm with you on the one with the door, because when I saw it, okay, I take that back slightly, because when I first saw it happen, the first thing that came to mind, because I have in-laws that for some reason, my in-laws and my sister and her kids don't do very good at closing the door behind them. And it annoys me because inevitably, like, they treat my house like it's a barn, and then all of a sudden I've got flies and random shit that's just flying around in my house, and it agitates the shit out of me when I've got a fly that's just cruising around the house, like just like Presto's dog earlier has zoomies and is just bolting across our house and annoying me for like 2 days while we try to kill it. So the first thing I was thinking is, you're going to let a whole bunch of damn bugs in and it's going to be a pain in the ass. But then the other thing I was thinking is like, oh, you've got this new, at this point, we hadn't seen this lamb kid, like stand up or anything. And so I was kind of wondering if maybe the whole thing, I kept trying to stay away from the potential that like this guy had fucked a sheep. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just that, the sheep had a baby and the baby is like missing its lower torso or something like that, because we couldn't see anything. It was just covered up with blankets on the couch. And I was like, oh, this thing's going to like crawl out or something's going to happen. And then we saw the water, because the guy inevitably goes right over towards the water, the stream. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I thought maybe they were going to play on or like show a flashback of maybe what had happened with a previous kid or something. And I was just like, oh shit, like this, there's going to be some sort of trauma attached to this river or this stream or whatever. Which fortunately not the case. But also to my misfortune, the fact that this thing was like half human, half sheep, which then plagued me for the rest of the movie. Because again, I was convinced that some dirty sheep fuckery had happened, and I was very concerned about that story arc possibly unraveling. But yeah, no, I agree with you fully. As a parent, when you see like a door open like that, all you're thinking is like, you better close that damn door, because anything that a kid can get into, a kid will get into when they're young or out of, that is.
Yeah.
Presto, what are your thoughts?
I was just thinking, well, I kind of agree with you with that, as I just found out with Sydney running all around, getting loose. So I lived it just now. Yeah, I mean, it's when they were sitting in the field, did you know? I don't think you knew it was half human at that point, did you? When the mom and Ada were just sitting in the field and she had like the midsummer little headband on or whatever, and
I don't know. I don't know if we saw the bath scene prior or not.
the bath scene was afterwards, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was after.
Yeah. I kind of figured
The
something
bath
is up.
the bath scene definitely was weird.
Yeah,
It
I
was
thought that was going to go somewhere bad too.
I don't know what kind of shit you're into that you think all this stuff is going this way, but damn.
The freaking the brother came down there, and already at this point, like when I didn't know who the brother was, and this dude's like skulking around out in the middle of nowhere after he gets dumped, and he finds this house. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. Whatever's going to happen. And then when you find out that it's actually the guy's brother, you're like, okay. But then when you see him like perving out on not only a half sheep, half kid, but the dude's wife in the tub, I'm just like, oh, great. Here we go. This is this is going to go to bad places. I like I said, I saw the trailer years ago. Like this is 5 years ish, 6 years ago. So now, like by the time we're going back to this movie and we're seeing it, I don't remember any of it, and I didn't want to watch anything going into it. So I'm just like, I don't remember if there was something in the trailer that hinted or showed what was going to happen, but I'm nervous for what's going to happen.
The trailer, I think, I think in the trailer, it shows the scene where the mom's holding the hands with the sheep or the lamb, and you could kind of see it's like half and half. But the bathtub scene, it was just, that was your like first real glimpse at like what parts were human and what parts were lamb, and how it wasn't just like, oh, its head is lamb, this is human. Like it was a blend. Like you could see some like on the one shoulder kind of lamb fur, and then it was kind of transitioning into human skin, and it was
My wife came in, I think, shortly after that scene, and when she walks in, she sees the kid with, she sees the blend and's like, did that guy put a lamb head on top of a human kid? And I was like, no. She's like, what the hell's going on with this movie? I was like, you should watch it. And then she got pulled out to go deal with some schoolwork stuff for one of my kids. So she didn't get to see, but it was hilarious. Just like, that's a very lifelike looking like mask or whatever the hell's going on here. I was like, it's not a mask.
it's like when you're young and your parents always walk in when there's boobs on TV or something.
Yeah.
Never fails.
Very inopportune time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you a story about that one of these days. I won't jump into it now, but I'll just say it involves Tang and that 70s show and my dad walking into my room and making inappropriate comments. It was awkward, and I was like, yeah, please don't divulge any more details, Dad. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yep, Sotness knows.
Yeah.
Sotness gets where this thing's going. Yeah, someday I'll walk through that story. Oh God.
Oh,
anyways, so I think our fearless leader disappeared for a minute. What was that, Fuzzy?
No, she should be back here shortly, but I was going to say with the I guess special effects, as far as how lifelike they did that, blending of the fur to the skin kind of thing was pretty cool. Like, it is jarring because it's, I wouldn't say it's was that Creepy Valley or whatever they call it kind of thing, but it's definitely unusual seeing that type of head on like a human like type body. and them to have it where they did a good job special effects wise blending it. I'm assuming there's some CGI in there or something. I don't think it was the head's way too small to do practical effects and have like a real head there. But then again, if they're doing like, let's say, like a green, layer, or like, let's say a cap or something, and then kind of fade them out and blend that sheep head, I guess that would be the way to kind of do that. But that was pretty cool on how realistic they got all of that to look.
Yeah, I wonder if they used like a little kid and then just CGI'd the rest or something. Because those scenes, like, I feel like they captured even how the lamb was walking, like how a child walks almost, and like
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff the child would do and stuff. So yeah, I think maybe they did do it. I don't know. I never watched behind the scenes or know if there's any behind the scenes, I guess, of that.
Yeah. No, but I'm pretty sure they did some sort of Hollywood magic to get that to work. But whatever they did, it comes across very, very believable. Uncanny Valley, yeah, that's it. Typically, it's for like robot things or whatever, but yeah, that sheep head on like the walking and like hopping in the chair, holding the cat and stuff like that, or holding the parent's hand kind of thing. All of that looked very like normal for what you would expect a kid to do or look, or how they would, kind of sit at the table. And then for it to have a lamb head, yeah, that was definitely a look. Let's just put it that way.
Well, and I feel like they had to be very careful with it because, like, if it would have looked cheesy or anything, the movie would have been junk. Like, you wouldn't believe it. It just would have lost the value, I guess. So the fact that it looks so realistic really helps you believe what the family was selling to you, I guess, in this
Mm,
movie. Because yeah, if it looked bad CGI or just some, like you said, like a lamb mask on a little kid, like that just wouldn't have been good at all.
yeah.
So the fact that it was really well done and like creepy, it was eerie. Like at times you're watching, and you're like, is this normal? Like, okay, maybe only me, but
Yeah. No. It definitely caught my attention on that as well. Now, how do we feel about the actual Lamb mom? The real Lamb mom, not Naomi's character, but the real Lamb mom. Like, was anybody
horrible.
expecting like a face off between her and Naomi kind of thing?
I mean, she kind of was. I mean, the mom had this lamb and wanted to be its mom. Like when they brought Ada, I guess we'll refer to her because that's the
Mhm.
lamb's name, in the house, the mom was like outside the window,
Mhm.
like batting away or whatever they do, whatever that's called. And then even when like they were in the field, the mom was following, and like the wife even turned around and was like, "Go away!" Like she like was freaking out at the mom. And I was like, "Dude, you took her kid!" Like, and then spoiler, they end up shooting the mom in the head and like dragging her out to the field and burying her. Like, not good, not good at all.
Yeah.
You had it coming to you. Like you, well, that's how I took this movie away. Like this family, husband and wife, finally had what they wanted. They had their family, even though if it wasn't ideal. She took out the mom, and then at the end, uh, mysterious person will say now took out the husband,
Mhm.
and then the Ada walked away with this mysterious person.
Yeah.
So this woman had everything she wanted to nothing. She lost Ada, she lost her husband, and she sent the husband's brother away, so she can't even bang him if she wanted to now. So like her whole world just crumbled in like an hour span.
Yeah.
So that's how I took the movie away. Like Fee probably was just like, "Oh, it was boring," and
It was boring and cliche.
Oh my god.
the lamb didn't even have designer jeans on. Like, what the hell? And He doesn't even wear a North Face jacket. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is a terrible movie.
Here you go again.
Not rewatchable.
You can't say that when you didn't watch the whole movie. Like
It's not rewatchable.
you can't feel a
I
certain
fall
way.
asleep on a movie. It's not rewatchable.
Or you're
But
just tired.
you fell asleep in 20 minutes. That's not enough to like make a judgment on a movie.
Here you go. Yeah, when she buried the mom, it was terrible. Terrible waste of lamb chops. Could have had shawarma for weeks.
Should have had a goat chain. I don't know. I feel like you can't give it a fair shot for watching 20 minutes and falling asleep and then you lose out of all the emotions and the mood of a movie by doing that.
No,
Like
no, I didn't. I did not. I did not. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
because
I
you're
did not
heartless.
feel
You don't have
bad.
emotions.
I did not feel bad at all for Maria's character. Character. I did not feel bad. She shot the mom like in the head because she wanted to steal her baby. How can you feel sorry for that person losing their husband by we're not gonna say it's a mysterious being or whatever. We're just gonna say what we assume is the real daddy. And yeah, I don't feel bad for her. No.
Do you feel bad about the puppy?
What puppy?
What puppy?
What puppy? Oh, you mean the puppy? Yes, I feel bad about the puppy. The puppy did not need to.
You were sleeping when that happened. That's why
No,
you
I
didn't
wasn't
know.
sleeping. No, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping during that. They saw the puppy. We saw the puppy. It looked like it was mauled to death. But yeah, I feel sorry for the puppy. I feel sorry for the mom that got shot in the head.
Now, when the puppy, okay, so the dog is outside and it's clearly spooked by something. It's the lamb. Ada walks out and standing next to the dog, and they're looking at something. And the dog growls, and then the dog, from what I understand, is protecting Ada. But then you hear the dog getting killed, or it lets out a whimper.
Yeah.
So you pretty much, okay, the dog did not make it. And then Ada was still there, ran away. So did you at that point think, okay, there's a human here, there's like I said, watching it a second time, you put it together, but watching it for the first time, what were your thoughts? Like what this could have been or what this was or anything like that?
So Tubi's description said there was something sinister. So I figured it was the something sinister. I didn't know exactly what the something sinister looked like, but I knew it was something sinister. But I thought the sinister was after the child to like harm the child, not to actually take it back.
So sinister, were you expecting like an evil person, a demon,
something evil, not necessarily a demon or a ghost or anything. I knew it was something that was, I got the impression that it was something that existed on the human plane, the regular normal earth plane. But I didn't think I wasn't sure if it was a monster or a half monster or a human, but I knew it was something sinister.
Yeah, for me, I figured or assumed it was some sort of mutated sheep or something. That was the thing that came across in my mind, and that it was going to be more sheep-like as opposed to something that we see towards the end where But at the point when the dog gets harmed, I'm figuring maybe it's a male ram that's mutated to some extent, still looking somewhat like a ram, but maybe a little weathered for its age or whatever, but still looking more like a lamb. And figuring Ada runs off, even though she kind of recognizes or sees some of herself in whatever that creature is. It's not the ones that are taking care of her or feeding her and talking to her and all that stuff. So she runs back to where she would feel safe, and then unfortunately the dog winds up sacrificing itself to protect her, kind of deal. But I figure it was whatever the dog was fighting off wasn't going to be capable to like walk itself into the house, kind of thing. So by her running back to the house, excuse me, I figured she'd be, safe from whatever it was, figuring that it probably wouldn't be able to chase her, kind of deal. So they definitely had some of that tension and psychological horror that somebody said they didn't have. They, by not showing whatever this creature or sinister being was. So some of that was great. The end result for the puppy, unfortunately, not so great. Not really a fan of, what we would consider our fur babies or pets as okay to be sacrificed, kind of thing in movies. It's not that it makes it instantly a bad movie to me or something I can't watch. It's just something I don't like seeing. But then again, that invokes that emotion that they're trying to get across, that whatever this is that did this is this brooding or sinister being or thing or whatever it is probably going to cause more havoc as the movie goes on, kind of thing. So
I'm gonna go ahead and be the bad guy and say that when the dog died, I was thinking like, oh man, I my dog is like 17 years old now, and it sure would be a way for my dog to finally go out, as if like a sheep man, a weird naked sheep man would just send it off to Rainbow Valley or whatever they call it when the pups pass away. I keep thinking like, oh, poor dog is old and needs to go to eternal sleep.
So just like if the cat got it, Fuzzy would have turned off the TV and I wouldn't even had to watch the ending.
I was nervous that that's what they were going with on that one, because when you see the cat, like, I think rolled over or laying in the grass, I was like, oh no. I was like, no, they take the dog, but the cat, damn it. Don't be that way.
I was probably more afraid that the lamb kid or Ada was going to hurt the cat, because sometimes kids don't know their strength or how to deal with pets, and her holding the pet kind of in her lap at the table, I'm like, yeah, that's just asking for problems. But luckily the cat was, I guess, calm enough not to freak out or whatever. But
Ada accidentally pops the cat's head off, just like superhuman strength, and it's like,
so Ada was probably a cat person more so than a dog person.
Well, Ada, saw the dogs, try and protect her, and unfortunately, her not being able to talk to her parents to let them know, hey, puppy not well, kind of thing, would have at least given them a heads up. And that was another thing. This is probably another part where I was yelling at the screen. Like, I understand it's an outdoor dog and it's to help you with sheep herding, but it seemed like they went like more than half a day or more than a day, not realizing the dog isn't around. Like,
yeah, but if they own all that land, it might not be that common for the dog just to just roam and come back whenever. But then again, that dog was probably like the sheep herder, so when that stuff would happen, but the dog would probably follow the tractor when it was all the way out in the fields, and maybe it wasn't that big of a deal if the dog didn't come home every day, or they were just so engulfed with like Ada and then the brother that I mean the wife with the brother trying to hit on her, like what the brother asked, like, did you leave the bathroom door creaked so I could see you or something? And it's like, she was just kind of having a tubby with her kid lamb with Ada. Like, I definitely don't think she was like, I hope the brother sees me. But I think they said it, but it was pretty clear that like they had a thing at one point, or they like hooked up once, and I still think it was pretty risk. Obviously, I took it as the husband didn't know, because
Oh,
like he wouldn't have just invited his brother like that. But even when they were drunk and they were dancing and stuff, and then the husband went to sleep with Ada, it was still a little. The wife kind of like played it off like she was making out with the guy to lock him in the room. So like just by doing that was like, couldn't you just like open the door, be like, oh, let's go in? Like, I don't think you had to make out with him first.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit weird how much the brother was like in while his brother's there. It's like, all right, I get it. He's asleep or whatever, but like, dude, come on. Like, but then again, I didn't grow up with a brother in a similar age group that would have been interested in the same that I was. So maybe it's a little bit different as far as how I look at it, but yeah, that felt grimy. Although I've known some siblings where they've had some fights over the same girl kind of deal, but yeah, that was kind of grimy of him. But
Well,
pushed him in the room, and yeah, I agree. She probably shouldn't have made out, but I guess she wanted to sell it so that way he could be off balance when she pushes him on the forehead and slams the door and locks him in.
I mean, they definitely didn't make the brother a likable character. Like, he just got dropped off at their house for whatever reason. Like, I assume he was in a rock band or some kind of a rock star, because they were watching his music video and they were like, oh my God, I can't believe you have this. So I assume he did something like that, because when he got dropped off, he was kind of in like a leather, kind of like what you would see like a rock star wear, like a leather coat and the black jeans. And like, he just kind of portrayed that way. And yeah, and then when Ada came, he's like, what the fuck is that? Like, he just wasn't a very likable person. So,
that is accurate.
but like,
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I thought the way that they were playing it or that they were showing it off, it almost felt like it was trying to hint that both brothers were in the band together or something. But maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I guess maybe it could have been the case, and then the one brother kind of decided, I'm going to settle down and raise a
to the
family
middle of
and have a farm.
nowhere. Yeah,
kind of part ways at that point. But no, I thought it was funny when I guess his other band members dropped him off. It seems like they threw whatever like MP3 player he had, they chucked that out into the grassy knolls and stuff like that, and kind of booted him out of the car and drove off without it. So yeah, I guess they weren't too happy with him either. Now, Fee, do you remember any of that, or even the drum set that they find in the attic, or in the
I remember
you don't remember
none
the
of
drum
that.
set?
Nope.
So, do we want to rate this thing?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want me to rate this thing?
You don't. You don't have to. Since you didn't watch it, you don't have to.
I mean, the highest score and lowest scores usually don't count. So
really? Is that what we're doing now?
If the review comes from a username that starts with an F, we usually just deduct it from the actual average.
I see.
FE. FU is okay. FE is
okay. FE is not. Yeah.
Yep.
I see how it goes.
Checks out.
I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. This is just the committee speaking.
What committee? I didn't put a committee in place. What is this new stuff you're doing behind my back? What is this?
It's called the Balls and Wieners Committee. It's very exclusive. You're not
I
invited.
don't think I want to be
I
part of the
see.
balls and wiener committee. I'm just saying. That sounds like too much of a sausage fest for me. I don't think that's really my jam.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to hear that.
Let's see if
So-
we can
so-
get some predictions here as far as what people think we might
So-
give this.
So I just want to throw this out to y'all. You know,
I ain't
before
catching it.
before you make your judgments here. This thing opening weekend made $1 million.
Okay.
Made almost 2.7 for US and Canada, and then worldwide it made about 3.2. It did win, which I don't know how it won. It won 24 awards and was nominated 32 times.
Yeah, because it was good.
Yeah, nah. Anyway, most of them were from Iceland.
Oh, so you're saying the
Just
the
throwing it
Iceland
out there.
community
I'm just saying
has bad taste? Is that what?
No, I never said that. I never said that. I'm just saying that most of them were that won were from Iceland, and a lot of them.
Hold on, let's go back to that real quick. I don't know how it did it, but somehow it got 24 awards, but it did come from Iceland. ... I'm pretty sure that insinuation kind of, reads itself out.
So mainly it got awards for best production design, best sound, best editing,
Best farm.
best makeup, best
Mhm.
music, best visual effects. It got a supporting actor of the year. Actor of the year. I think it was the guy that got the actor one, and the supporting actor, of course, was the brother. Best film, best director. I don't know how that was, but best cinematography. Now I will say this: I did like the vastness of where they were. It looked really far out away of any civilization. They did a good job with that.
Far out. What is this?
Far
The
out,
70?
far away.
Groovy
Kinda.
baby.
Trying to
Exactly.
dig really deep to find a way to say something positive. They filmed this in a very big open space.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
Yes, you can see that it was very big and open.
God.
The grass was really green. That was
Yes,
cool.
it was. Mountains were very brown, some green.
Good Lord. Oh.
This got best costume design. I don't know why. Best screenplay, not sure. Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. It was actually nominated. They must have had a light year that year. Anyway.
Wait, before we even rate them, we never talked about the end, like the beast at the end.
I thought
Yeah.
we did.
Well, one quick thing on
Fell
that
asleep
costume
during us
design,
talking about
I
that.
will say the costume design is probably for Ada. That was like
Maybe.
Yeah.
a picture perfect catalog, like Land's End, kind of like Baby Gap kind of dressed kid. So yeah, they went all out with the little outfits that they made for Ada.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get
That's
this
true.
one. Get this one. Cannes Film Festival awarded it for Uncertain Regard, Prize of Originality.
Yeah.
Will you look
Yeah,
at
I disagree with
It's
that one.
almost like people who do this for a living actually understand originality.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Did I say that? I thought that
Sorry,
was in your
I
monologue.
disagree.
My bad.
I disagree. Sorry about that.
Shit.
Good thing we have fee to set the record straight.
G maybe in the
Uh-huh.
chat. Did Fuzzy say Lamb's End?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That was a custom label brand.
Lamb's End. Oh God. God bless.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting this. But anyway, excuse me. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead and rate this.
Wait, we didn't really touch on the what do you call them?
Okay, we can touch on it.
The
Why do
demonic.
you seem so mad about it? Like,
Go right ahead.
I was not expecting it. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
Without truly spoiling the end, when Ada and new dad are walking around, was not expecting that type of send off or unveiling of, I guess, Ada's real dad. Definitely puts to rest the questions of if he was a partaking with the sheep in the barn kind of deal.
Yeah.
Apparently something that was a result of, I guess, somebody else partaking with the sheep. Definitely wound up being Ada's dad. And I guess Ada felt that she had to go with the new dad since old dad is on the ground, gagging on his own blood. So, yeah. What about you guys?
I did not see that coming at all. I don't know what I was expecting for the payoff, but I wasn't expecting half human. I mean, basically Ada as an adult, I guess you would say. But that thing could hold a gun and knew how to operate a gun, which was pretty impressive. So I understand how they left the movie or how to end it, but it kind of left me wanting more. Like, is there more of these things? Does this thing just like live in the mountains and like fend for itself? Does it, like, if it lives close by, does it like have a house or does it just live in the woods? Like, it obviously was close enough that it would visit the family and like the dog and Ada would see it every once in a while. It was close enough that it basically could go to the farm and have its way with any of the sheep in the in the barn whenever it wanted to. So yeah, like, has anyone else seen this thing ever? Like, is it like Bigfoot? Like, there's so many questions I like had when it ended that I wanted to know more of, but at the same time I'm happy they didn't give me that. Like, I'm happy it ended how it did, but it would like be nice to know where this thing came from, how it knows how to operate a gun, has pretty good shot also. But yeah, and how no one's seen it. Like, it was always kind of lurking right in the yard, like in daylight and stuff. Like, how no one just caught a glimpse of this thing before. Like, when they're outside, when they're in the barn, when they're in the house looking out a window, anything like that. So yeah, I liked it. I liked the reveal. I liked the payoff. That's what I'll have to say about that. It was very original.
Anyway, Presto didn't see it coming. Someone pulled the wool over his eyes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Chat is having all sorts of fun with this. Poisoned ended up highlighting Fuzzy's quote, partaking with the sheep. And then G maybe right above it was like, you would think that I'd get tired of it. Which, EWE. Anyways, good times. No, I agree. I agree with you guys. I didn't see that coming. Like, I expected obviously some sort of grisly monster of some sort as we were leading closer to it. But then what you actually see made me have even more intrusive thought, scary questions of like, oh, okay, so the husband didn't do it with the sheep to make this Ada character or whatever necessarily, but someone else did it with the sheep at some point to make the dad of Ada. And it just like all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, so this is just like a village of sheep fuckers. And oh no, it made me start wondering, like, are we gonna have a sequel to this? And we're gonna find out more backstory of like how this whole thing came to be. because it is. I mean, like I feel like you could almost do a sequel to this to try and
No, you can't.
explain some. Yes, to
No,
try
you
and
can't.
explain some of what the hell was going on. Because, like, what the hell? Like, what? Why is this happening? Why is this a thing? I don't know. I was left when we saw what happened at the end. I was left with more questions than I had answers. But at the same time, it's kind of like what Presto said. Is like I almost. I guess I'm of two minds. Like I would love more explanation, but at the same time, it's maybe better that they didn't because it stands alone on its own perfectly.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
You're unmuted. Put yourself back on mute. No one's interested. You didn't watch this movie.
I think there's some people
Back to the peanut crowd.
Anyway,
Well, no, I just quick moment for a possible sequel. I could totally see Naomi
don't
doing
give them ideas.
leave me alone. I could totally see Naomi doing something along the lines of like I Am Legend, where she's playing like the Will Smith kind of character, and the sheep half breed people can be I guess those vampire zombies, or they don't have to be vampire, obviously, but I think something along those lines might be a very twisted sequel that they could definitely cook up.
So in that vein too, though, like when we saw like their graveyard of Adas that they had, it got me thinking, like, is this the first human/lamb Ada that they've had? I mean, I know that they acted kind of surprised when this thing came out, when the sheep were good, but it almost made me wonder, like, has this been happening for a while? Like,
oh yeah,
because like obviously shit is messed up out here in the middle of nowhere. There's definitely some like creepy vibes going on with what's happening, and they kept renaming the kids Ada. And so I just was wondering, like, maybe that was part of it. Is like there was maybe this was like Ada 3.0. Like,
I didn't even think about that, but that is some total Utah shit that would happen. So
Utah, no.
I agree.
What?
Asshole.
you got those things all up in your mountains over there.
Look, me and Presto agree on something. Let us have this.
Yeah,
well, I
pick one
said it,
Utah
you
day.
agreed, so
No, but it is a good question as far as how many Adas they've had that may have been like half breeds or what have you, kind of thing. But if there's a sequel, we definitely know.
No.
Somebody's not going to be interested.
Don't
I'm reaching out to Numi, and I'm gonna say, hey, we
No.
need a sequel. Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm gonna say I will put some of my own hard-earned money behind this thing just to spite someone that I do a podcast with.
No, we won't. No, we
Put it
won't.
on like GoFundMe, or not GoFundMe, but like Kickstarter or
Y'all need to stop making suggestions.
Hey, I would rather back this than a Dead and Breakfast 2.
Yeah.
Am I trying to make it Dead and Breakfast
Exactly.
2? Am I trying to make it Dead and Breakfast 2?
they're all dead.
I
They
would-
can't make a second.
I would fund
make it
them
prequel.
wiping. I would fund a Kickstarter that works to wipe that movie off of the entire plane of existence.
Alive the Night Before Dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, how did it end? Oh, they all ate dinner and went on the road and stayed on the road. How about that?
And the actual movie never happened, and so Carradine didn't take his life because of poor choices of doing horrible movie. And
Okay,
like
first of
everything
all,
would have
he
been
had
great.
other good movies beyond that.
No, he had good movies, and then he had that, and he was like, "Oh, I've made a mistake in life."
Yeah, I don't think one movie did that.
I think
Okay.
it led him to the drinking.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I do not think that.
He's like, "Oh man, the kid from Clueless, fuck my life."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As if,
Whatever.
as if.
Whatever.
All right. Did we get like a score predictions?
Oh yeah, we did. You want to throw that up on screen, Fee?
No, I'm sure your dog loves me, Presto.
Not from what I tell her.
Did you find it, Fee?
What?
Poison's
The
predictions.
ratings. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see them. Let's see. I know he said mine was 3.
Are
Yeah.
you trying to say he's
it's
Yeah. So here we go.
Smidge up there. We
So
go.
3 out of 10, Presto 7.6 out of 10, Fuzzy 8 out of 10, Silent 7.5 out of 10. I'm not going first. I said
Okay.
it.
I'll go real quick. I would give it a 7. So you're close. I would give it a 7. I enjoyed it. It was a breath of fresh air from some of the things I've seen.
Anyway,
mute yourself.
Settle down.
7 out of 10 for it. Not an IGN 7 out of 10 like some folks, but I enjoyed it, and I thought that they did a good job with casting for it. I feel like this movie kept me guessing and worried about where it might actually go.
you're not good at
things that were going to
puzzles,
happen.
then.
Sorry, you're breaking up. And so yeah, so I enjoyed my experience with it. I kept thinking that something bad was going to happen, and none of the things that I was afraid of were going to happen actually did. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that was not the case, because I went to some dark places with my expectations.
Yeah, I think we should send you to a therapist.
Sorry, you're still breaking up, and I'm allergic that week. So, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good palate cleanser. Not every movie can be Underground or Dead and Breakfast or the
Or boring and dumb.
The town that dreaded Fee's recommendations or whatever it was.
Whatever. I need to show y'all some really weird movies.
No.
Please don't.
We're good.
You want to see real originality?
So, Presto, what would you do?
I think I'm also going to give it a 7. Like I said before, it's not a movie I would normally watch. I watched it twice. It is a little bit of a slower burn for me, so I didn't fall asleep. I usually struggle with those a little. So watching it once, watching it twice, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I may watch it down the line again, like bring it up to someone and be like, yo, this movie's super original. You got to check it out. Like there's some things that happen in this. It might keep you guessing. So I recommend it. It's a good movie when I really thought about it after what I watched. And like I said, I took grief out of it, and this family just happy to have something, have their little family, and then how fast that could turn into having nothing. And it was actually pretty brilliant, I thought. So I give it a 7. I recommend it. It's everything that Fee was trying to say that I said, that was like, this is what I said. I didn't lie about any of it.
Quotes.
Right, but I didn't lie about any of it. Like I still stand by everything I said. It's
Exaggerate. Let's just say what it is.
You underappreciate. That's what it is.
No.
Well, so far, me and Silent both gave it a 7. So we both exaggerate stuff together. And I'm sure my main man Fuzzy is also going to exaggerate with what he's going to say.
All right. For my score, unfortunately, it's a little bit lower than you guys. And part of that is the subtitles. I hate being that guy that holds subtitles against a movie. While there is very limited dialogue, it is very easy to understand. Even without the subtitles, you kind of get the gist of what's being discussed on screen, kind of deal. I give it a 6.5. It is rewatchable. I'm actually, because of something that Presto said earlier, I am curious to see about, even if it's just a skim through type of thing, doing a rewatch just to see how often or how frequent, Ada's real dad makes an appearance. Because there was one time I thought I saw something and I'm like, hey, you're on a farm, you might be daydreaming because you hear the sheep in the background, so you might kind of see like a shadow that might have a horn outlook or like horns on its kind of shadow cast kind of thing. So I couldn't tell if the brother saw what he saw or was imagining it or hallucinating or if that was the sinister creature that we come to find out later kind of deal. So I'm definitely going to look at certain details that I definitely missed probably on the first watch type of deal. But overall, cinematography was excellent. The not just the vastness, but the color grading, the scene setting, as far as how it focused in on the family aspect of it. I guess you could say the CGI or whatever special effects to get that half kid, half lamb, character to look as realistic as possible was awesomely done. And the fact that there was kind of a weird twist that you aren't really expecting to comes through. I give it a strong 6.5. I recommend people watch it. Go into it with an open mind. I don't think it will put you to sleep, although Fee is a special case in this regard.
What is going on with him?
In my eyes, there's some originality because I don't remember ever seeing a half sheep, half kid. Although I'm pretty sure there have been like half kid, half something. Although most of the ones that come to mind right now is what's that?
There was a tree kid. There was a movie about a tree kid.
Yeah, it's called Guardians of the Galaxy, and his name is Groot.
Nope. There was a drama kid movie.
Yeah, it's called Pinocchio. A boy made of wood.
It was not Pinocchio. It was
that grew as he lied.
It was the same storyline, except there was no
very original
magical, sheep man afterwards. He was from a tree.
Oh, so what you're saying is that this is original because it wasn't the same idea.
No, it was the same idea. It's just the difference between it
said it didn't have a sheep.
The other one was a kids movie that was supposed to be happy, and then the other one, the one we just watched, was a sheep guy, and it was a sad movie.
I'm not seeing how those are the same then.
Yeah, like a kid movie and a horror movie or a sad movie.
That's why
if there's a similarity somewhat in story, but it's not even the same species, I'm gonna give it a nod on originality. Like you're talking about a tree kid.
Not a nod on originality. I'm sorry.
Children's
book.
It is. Horror. I'm like,
no, sorry. Not original.
Fee, remind me. Did you say that this got a bunch of awards?
Yeah, and
oh, that's right.
I know several movies.
Down.
And I know several movies that y'all don't like that got several awards.
Yeah, Razzies.
Razzies don't count.
Yeah, some of those movies you're probably thinking about, they got awards from influencers that like that genre of movie as opposed to, I don't know, Cannes Film Festival and stuff. But
yeah, whatever.
So what is your score? Is this going to be another 2.5?
So I'm debating which one is worse, this or Sinners.
Oh my God.
Should I upgrade Sinners?
Well, everyone, we've had a great run. We've reached our final show as a podcast.
Should it be on par with Sinners?
Between Fee and somebody saying feed them grass earlier, I think we did have a good run.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled.
Oh,
someday,
here we
so.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Sweet Tooth was a deer. Anybody watch?
Oh,
Sweet
that
Tooth?
was that was with the little boy in like the cave or mining. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Or
this
no,
is
that was Antlers. Antlers I watched. Wait, the shark? What shark? Smurfs? Who's Judas friends with? Judas tripping tonight.
Judas are our friend
which
from video
shark?
game podcasts.
Smart what?
See, listen, I can't justify people's opinions.
The shark that feed just jumped. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, now we're
Makes
following.
sense.
now we're following.
Thank you for the clarification, Judah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can't upgrade Sinners, but I can't like put Sinners down any further. Like I don't know which one's worse.
I'm surprised you don't need witness protection for saying this all the time about sinners.
Yeah.
Like you say shit to say shit.
No. I mean, this won awards, but Sinners won some bigger awards, and
I hope someday in the future you get an opportunity
to not
go
be
to a
on this
movie premiere.
podcast.
to go to like a movie premiere,
Yeah.
and as you're walking out, lo and behold, it turns out that Michael B. Jordan was sitting right behind you the whole time that you were watching that movie.
Uh-huh.
And when you go up to be like, "Oh my God, you did great in this movie," he'll be like, "Oh, so now you like my fucking movies." Get to stepping. Like, I hope that's what happens. And it all comes full circle. And then he freaking Apollo Creeds your ass, and you like trip over a curb that's not more than like 2 inches, and yeah, I don't know.
So I'm just gonna say this: Fuzzy would not allow anyone to hit me. He wouldn't stand in front of him to get
He'd be
hit.
like, I give that uppercut a 7 out of 10. No, I give that uppercut an 11 out of 10. Listen, what I wanted, I got. I don't condone anyone punching women, by the way. Just let's get that on the record.
On the record.
I know Fuzzy would.
Don't feed kid grass, and don't no. I'm just gonna go back to my corner now. So
all right, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give this a 2 because I did like the vastness, the openness, the understanding that they're in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I think they did good with the lamb child, and I think they did good as far as with the sheep man. They those were 2 good visuals, along with the vastness of where they were. But everything else, nah, sorry. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Everything else was, yeah.
Definitely wasn't an original take. I saw that one coming from a mile away.
And I didn't see any original twists.
You'd have to be as blind as Ray Charles not to see that one coming.
Yeah. This is definitely better than the 2, but then again, I also said Sinners is way better than the 2. Like, I stand by my 6.5 on this. Recommend. I will do a rewatch to see, Ada's dad, lurking in the background.
And you're gonna do it. And you're gonna do it upstairs on your TV.
Yeah, I'll do it on my TV.
I look forward to the sequel or prequel or whatever we get from this thing. And I'm very happy that all the fans are going to back it, and it's going to show up, and it's going to make Fee angry and put her in her feels.
Don't make me sad. Don't make me sad.
No, it's going to happen.
Don't make me sad.
Make her
Don't do
make her
that.
sad. Make her sad,
Don't
Numi.
make me sad.
So
It's
does this
just
ever
like-
happen where you guys watch a movie and then after this podcast goes off, Buzz, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
That was Sinners.
did you watch
Yeah, that
did
was
you watch the
definitely
same
Sinners.
fucking movie as me?
That was Sinners, by the way, guys. That was Sinners.
Buzz is the ultimate saint for dealing with your shit for 35 years or whatever it's been. Like, I can't do it once a week.
We need that weekly break in between. This is my
Yeah.
life. Every day, every hour. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I don't see him running away, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You were gonna run away?
That's because I already cleared this up when we were doing the last show. I told Fuzz I was really happy to see him and that he had green screened the bars out so we couldn't see the prison cell that you keep him in.
Anyway, of course, Fuzzy would rate Sinners higher. There's no subtitles.
Well, this is true, but I still gave it a higher score. But I think, even what was that? The Xeon zombie thing or whatever it was.
Damn.
Yeah, that one didn't have subtitles. I mean, yeah, it was the terrible lip sync stuff. But I always have fun with those where it's like almost like the old Godzilla movies and stuff, where it's like, oh, you can see their lips moving, and then it takes like a minute for the audio to catch up. I think sometimes.
So
Yeah.
So every podcast without fail, Fuzzy, blink twice if you're in danger again.
And blink another 2 times if Fee found out that you blinked.
Well, she's
got to
got
figure out a better way to relate.
At least I have the safety of different floors. So
Safety of different.
I don't see Fuzzy running away. Somebody's been watching Misery.
Again, you can't run away when you're stuck in a prison cell.
Yeah, I've been hobbled.
He's been hobbled. She kneecapped him.
Okay, he would not be in this good of a mood if he was hobbled, by the way.
He's with us. That's why he's in a good mood.
He's camaraderie.
Like, honey, medication's working.
His 2 hours out of the week of freedom. Poor guy has a piss jug in that room.
Oh, I'm gonna have to tell you a story about that sometime too. But that's neither here nor there.
Hopefully it doesn't continue your dad's story.
Nope, fortunately, no.
Can't run if you're in the basement. In our house, the basement is actually closer to the front door.
Well, it's because it's a 3-story townhome, so it's like you got the basement, the hallway, the garage.
Yeah, so I wouldn't stick him in the basement. That would be,
Nice.
definitely anti, safety.
No, I'd be fine. It's just that it's not a finished basement.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to bother finishing the basement here. That'll be the next house. Well, actually,
Now,
the
when
next house
you-
won't have a basement. It'll be either what is that? A crawl space or an encapsulated crawl space or a slab.
So apparently that's why he's so happy the new Forza is coming.
He's not wrong.
Uh-oh. Listen, I'm excited about the new Forza coming out, and I'm not in jail, so I can only imagine Fuzzy's excitement.
So I think the chat can go on forever with this. She's putting you in the attic, and instead of flowers in the attic, it will be Fuzzy in the attic. I mean, we can go all night with these. Apparently,
We better not. We should probably tell people where they can find us.
Yeah.
and where they can also be encouraged to drink while they listen to cringeworthy opinions on movies.
so I will say this before we start outros. When my films come out, I can just imagine how Presto and Cypher are going to be when they see them. I know
Not
you're going
original.
to try me.
I'm gonna be so nice because I want to be involved in a film. So I'll be like, it was the best thing in the world. Most original title I've ever seen.
On a scale of
I
0
got
to
a
10, how original? Oh, this was an 11-17. Yeah.
I watched the movie and afterwards I got an email saying that my bank account had been increased by like $20,000 and I got a promotion at work. Like this thing cured my issues in life.
Yeah, Presto's staying silent. I think he's planning.
No, I'm good. It's just exhausting hearing you every week.
But you come back every time.
Hey, we're all gluttons for punishment. It's just a thing.
I guess we're more like to hear students than we realize.
Yeah, they can't get rid of me either.
Mhm.
Sophie, where can we find you this week?
Let's see. This week, yeah, just basically trying to figure out how we can get this film done this weekend. And so I'll be home, hopefully not on social media until after it's done. And then basically Instagram, trying to promote everybody to watch it on YouTube. So here you go. So we know where we're gonna find Fuzzy in the basement. Is there any other place you're gonna be?
For the most part, I'm going to be in my podcast and video editing room for probably the next few days as well. Finishing up some stuff. Other than that, mentally preparing for the road trip in June. I'll be taking mental breaks and hopping on social media because it's actually, as an Xbox fan, it's been pretty refreshing these past few months. So yeah, definitely partaking in some of the shenanigans on things like Twitter and stuff like that. But other than that, you can find me on a number of other podcasts, Double Barrel Gaming Mondays and Fridays, and then on Fun Speculation on Thursdays. Just search on social media. You'll be able to find out the times and days, and look forward to seeing you guys here at the same time next week. No idea what the movie will be, but maybe Ghost Mars or something else fan suggested. So
no, we should do that one because it does sound like we've got a few people in chat that are interested in Ghosts of Mars. So
Until they watch it and realize it's not as cool as they remember.
We can make it cool.
Oh, so you're willing to make this cool, but not Lamb. I got you.
Isn't Ice Cube in this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he has a few funny spots in that. Like he definitely kind of adds to the comedy relief on some of the stuff.
It has a good cast.
Yeah, we'll do that one. Since that was the one we were going to try and shoot for this week, and we changed course, we'll do it this time.
See, here you
guys
go.
are good for it.
I'm down for Ghosts of Mars. There you go.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Side note, when we changed the movie, I called it out that Fee would be butthurt, and no matter how good Lamb was, she would shit on it. And I was absolutely correct.
This did happen. To be fair, this did absolutely happen. So
It's not because we changed the movie. It's because it was bad.
yeah, and I didn't lose my hair. I just shaved my head. Yeah, we all make up illusions in life to try and justify the situation.
Fee is pretty short. Maybe she can't see over the coffee table in the living room, and that's why these movies are bad.
I can see just fine.
In your little booster seat.
I mean, when she does sit on the couch, her feet don't touch the floor. So,
Oh, so she's just like Ray Ray then. I got you. Love you, Ray Ray. I'm sure he's not listening.
And I'm not saying that nobody should watch Lamb. I'll not say if it has bad sound and you can't hear anything, that's the only time I'll say don't watch a movie. Other than that, I'm not saying you guys shouldn't watch it. Decide for yourself. I'm just saying I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing your opinion doesn't matter in this podcast.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that.
Ada, she didn't gel with Ada. Now, if it was Baby Yoda or Grogu, as he's correctly called, it
Yeah,
might
that's-
be
Baby Yoda.
That's a disgusting fucking name.
I mean, I
That
watched
sound-
Guardians.
or Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
I
It
watched-
literally sounds like an offshoot of like a Viagra or something. Like it's the rub-on version of Viagra. Now introducing new and improved Grogu. Just rub it on 30 minutes before activity and watch your experience flourish.
Baby Yoda. I mean, I watched
Grogu.
Guardians of the Galaxy for Baby Root or Groot or whatever. Yeah, Baby
Yeah,
Groot.
that's different though, because Groot doesn't sound like, well, okay, I guess it also sounds like an adult product. Never mind. Never mind. I take it back.
All right, who's next?
Presto, where can they find you, dude?
So, I guess Instagram, Facebook. I'm not really up to much this week, I don't think. And looking forward to watching Ghost of Mars. Keeping it short and simple.
All right.
Presto,
Well,
where can they or not Presto. Cypher, where can we find you?
yes. So you'll probably catch me playing some video games this weekend, hopefully. As I mentioned, this week was a lot of mental trauma trying to deal with an interview that I ended up going for. And now it's over, and now it's the weekend, and now I can hopefully play some video games, enjoy playing hopefully some more Mouse PI, some more oh goodness, freaking Achilles Survivor, Replaced. Yeah, hopefully just whatever I can get my hands on. And actually Punty, thanks to Punty, reminded me that I need to get Modern Warfare installed so I can go through that campaign, because I want to say I started it when it first came out and I just haven't finished through it, but I was enjoying what I was playing when I had it installed last. Besides that, obviously catch me on social media as a Silent Cypher. And actually tomorrow night you'll see me on a podcast. Shockingly, I'll be doing a Saturday podcast, so you'll find me on Dragon's Den hanging out with Lemon or 108 Dragons tomorrow night. And then after that, you won't catch me again till Friday morning on Boom's show on Breakfast with Boom, and then again here on Friday evening. Chat, thank you guys so much. Thanks for tolerating some bad takes. I won't name names, but I think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
He's got it wrong, guys. Just let you know.
I'm not sure what's happening outside of this podcast, but the group chat that we have going on off to the side, I just saw something about balls across face, and I think I'm ready to leave for the evening.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
So, thanks for joining us. We will be back next week with Ghost of Mars, and I'm sure some other comedic back and forth, and definitely more comedic chat. So, thank you very much for joining us. Bye.
Have a great
Bye.
Bye,
See ya.
everyone.